Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome to your monthly reading. I hope you're doing well, and I'd just like to remind you before we get started that this is designed for your sun sign, but if you happen to know your moon or your rising, it can also be used for those. Now let's take a look at the channeled information, which I arrive at as I meditate on your sign and as I also select a deck of cards for your reading. As I was tuning in, there were two main ideas that were coming through for you. The first one had to do with pacing, and the second had to do with being patient. And they are really related when you think about it, but as we kind of look at the first thing, I would like for you to pace yourself this month. So the image I got was a long distance runner. And I used to run track and field a long time ago, and there's a big difference between sprinting and doing short distance and then the long distance running. For short distance, for sprinting, it's basically just get to the end as quickly as possible. For long distance running, it's about picking and choosing where you're going to speed up and then taking some breaks, still moving, still progressing, but not burning yourself out. So the first piece of information I have for you is to try not to burn yourself out, try to take care of yourself, pace yourself over the course of this month. The second thing is to be patient in how long it's taking for things to unfold. And this is something I've seen a lot of this month, not just in your sign, but in others. So I understand sometimes we want things to happen overnight, or you're maybe impatient for other people in your life to achieve the success that they want, or maybe you want them to do something for you and you're wondering why it's not happening. With these two things, it's saying things are happening at the right pace, or if they're not, you're going to adjust it, and that you have to be patient to allow for some of the cosmic timing to unfold and to reveal itself. So that's the basic information here. Don't spend all of your energy at once, and also pay attention from day to day how you're engaging with different people in your life. Is one person taking more of your energy and kind of leaving you exhausted so you can't manage your day? If that's the case, thinking again of that long distance runner, you're going to have to limit your time or stop talking to that person so that you can sustain and have enough energy for everything. All right, let's take a look now at your cards for this month, looking at the Celtic cross and seeing now the general energy outside of that channeled information as well. For those of you that are new, each month I take a look at channeled information, a Celtic cross, and then I expand this forecast to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. So let me pull one additional card, and then we'll take a look at what all of this has to say about your month. This card I call a catalyst card. For me, a catalyst card is akin to one of two bookends that I have. This shows how the month begins, and the destiny card shows how it ends. So we have a birth card in reverse, and I see birth as new beginnings. And it's telling me that there's some impatience around a new beginning in your life. Something, and that's why the patience card probably came up. You want something to happen in your life. You may want it to happen for someone else. Some of you may be trying to conceive or create a project, or again, conceive a child too. Whatever it is, you have to allow for the proper timing here. Continue to have that positive energy that it's going to happen. Anticipation is not a bad thing, but what I see is you're probably going to have to wait until the middle of the month to see something happen. So the first 2 weeks are sort of the same old. Towards the middle, you should get some sort of an indication of where you're at, and then you can change course accordingly or stay on path if it's the desired outcome. Now let's look at all of the cards in the Celtic cross, and we'll see how it relates to you. Right at the center, we have King of Swords in reverse, which it's talking about communication. And we still are in a retrograde and we'll be in the shadow for a little bit. So I want you to be careful about how you are relating to others. And also, if anyone in your life comes across as way too critical, as bossy, as not being sensitive, I would cut this person out or not listen to them as much. The King of Swords in reverse is not an effective communicator. As an aspect of your personality, all you have to do is exercise more common sense, more empathy, and listen. This is a better month to not give advice unless asked. So when in doubt, just listen to someone, and you can ask clarifying questions, or even just sort of repeat back some of what you've heard. You can say, well, wow, you've been talking a lot about this person. It seems like they're stressing you out. Is that correct? Or like, what can I do? Do you need my advice? Do you just want me to listen? I'm here for you. That's a great way to put yourself in a place where someone can tell you what they need, rather than sort of stepping over a limit that you don't know about, or upsetting them because they just wanted a listening ear. So just ask and say, I'm here for you, whatever you need. I can listen, I can give some advice, we can work this out together, etc. What I'm looking at in the recent past is either a difficulty in coming to a decision of what it is you want, or you found yourself in a place that you've never expected it to be in. This could be a job, a living situation, a point in your life. Maybe it's just a birthday that's coming around, or a special holiday, and you look at it as a time marker thinking, this isn't what I thought it would be. The cool thing with the Two of Swords is usually it's illustrated with a person on a path, and the blindfolds are an illusion. What you need to do is look at the two paths in front of you. You always have choices. One choice is to stay, one choice is to leave. There may be more than that, but there's at least two choices with the Two of Swords. So the encouragement with this is take off the blinders, look at the choices, and decide. Stay, go, or whatever the two choices are, and then move forward. And don't constantly think, I wish I could do something, or it's not happening. You can make a change, and the gift of this reading and of seeing that this month is whatever you were stuck in, I don't feel like you're going to be stuck in the rest of this month, but you have to make a choice. As we look at the information and energy that's affecting this month in general, we're looking at money, and I feel like you have enough, but it's requiring some fancy footwork in your budgeting department. So it's all about saying yes to certain things, saying no to other things. You have enough. It's not a ridiculous amount, but it's enough to get by. So hopefully your money stress will ease a bit in knowing that with proper budgeting you can achieve balance this month. Four of Cups reversed, showing a sense of longing, a longing for friendships, for partnerships, for achievements, for, again, looking at this Two of Swords, maybe being at a point in your life where you wonder why or how you got there. The cool thing with this is there is something on the horizon that you don't know about or you're not looking into. So open your mind up. The reversal on this card is showing that you're not seeing what's around the corner, or that you've lost perspective. So meditate a bit. One thing that I neglected to say here at the center is that the King of Swords card is crossed by this fertility card. And this is really an Empress card as well. So it's saying that you have control over your life, which was what I was saying. And also that I see that you're entering into another period where there should be growth, or there should be more money, or there should be more opportunity. So I do see things shifting a little bit with either your finance, your living situation, or something like that. But it's going to take about 2 to 3 months. The Empress is attached to the number 3. So we're really looking at almost December, the end of this year. Ten of Wands, showing a desire to move on. This could be a desire to physically move, or to change something in your life, to graduate. It's also occasionally a travel card, but I see it more as moving on, getting ready for the next phase in your life, for a new shift, a new change, a new decade. One other thing is, if there's any sort of, if you have a tendency to have muscle issues or back issues, I want you to not overstress or put too much pressure on your back this month. So be careful about purses, about backpacks, and about heavy lifting. When I'm looking at your ego this month, there's a lot of desire to want to be understood. And I think sometimes people don't take the time to listen or to talk to you. So this Prince of Staves, or Prince of Wands card, is trying to find your group of people that understand your point of view. And this may come in unexpected places. So it's not always going to be friends and family. It might be, you know, someone that you see every day at the shopping center, or someone that you talk to for your business. It could be maybe you're an account manager and you talk to someone on the other end of the phone, and even though you guys are only connected through this work, you have a lot in common. And whoever it is in your life, I want you to seek out this thought partner that you can run things past. I think it's going to help you come to a point of understanding what's important to you. You're overdue for some travel. I see the Six of Swords in reverse, delayed travel plans, and also longing to travel. And the other thing here is that you might be distancing yourself from people in your life. Maybe you're just at a point where you want a little more privacy. That's okay. Just take care of yourself and make sure that you're happy and you're doing it for reasons that bring you joy. And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. As I look at hopes and fears, we have judgment. And this is you questioning past decisions, you worrying about what other people are thinking, which really is not going to be very effective, but it's something that we all do. And also seeking approval from others. Remember that all you have to do at the end of your life and at the end of your day is be happy with your own decisions. And so be happy with yourself, judge yourself kindly, and don't worry so much about what other people think. That would be my advice. I really like the final card here. We have fortune, wheel of fortune, and we have a goddess that's associated with wealth, Lakshmi. And so there's actually a chant in Kundalini Yoga where you can call in prosperity by saying her name several times. So what I'm seeing is a change in fortune and a change in destiny for you that's around the corner. Again, I think it's attached to the number 3, which I associate with 3 months. So September, October, November or December, we're looking at this shift happening. So be patient. That's really what the patience is about. There is a really big life change happening for you. It's going to happen around the holiday season. And so between now and then, try to enjoy life. Try to travel a little bit, because I see there's a need and a desire, even if it's a small local trip, a day trip, just going to the other side of town or another city. That's going to be really positive in elevating your mood and your energy. Let's expand the forecast and take a look at health, see if there's any messages for your mind, body, and spirit. We have Gaia, Earth Connection, which is all about staying grounded. And it says, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. I really see this when it's regarding health, to make sure that if there's a moment this month where you feel like emotionally you're just losing touch, or physically you're exhausted, this card is saying, if at all possible, go outside into nature. If it's too hot or if it's too cold, obviously that's not going to be something you can do, but you can get into the elements. Great. So what you can do is take a shower or take a nice warm bath. You can also just lay down on the floor, connect with the earth or some of the elements of the earth. So water or air are really great. That's why it's good to take a walk if you can, because it also clears all your chakras as you're walking through the wind. So somehow be connected. That's going to help your mood and also your energy and your physical being as you walk. The other thing is, I don't know if you've ever meditated to Gaia. That is a word that's associated with the planet Earth. It's a feminine energy. It's really great in meditation. I've done it before and it does answer back. It responds well to love, and it also responds to doing, and I'm actually getting a little bit of a chill when I say this, so Gaia wants some love and attention. Mother Earth is something that has been abused a little bit, and there's not a lot of TLC. So how does this apply to you? If you have a place where you can grow flowers, put your hands in the earth like a public garden, and tend to the earth, that's going to help ground you, and it's also going to connect you with your first mother. We all came from the earth. Now let's take a look at your wealth card, which is going to show opportunity, money. For those of you that are retired, it's also stability with the money. We have a star seed. This is about possibilities. This is about not being stuck in your current path, but thinking, what do I want? What do I need to get there? So for your wealth, for those of you that are young, plan ahead, and that money that you're putting in the bank now is going to really help you in the future. For those of you that are looking to create money opportunities, be inventive. Think of new things. It's not just about your budget. There might be some things you can sell. There might be some other things, but Starseed is about creating new wealth opportunities and believing that something can happen. And I do see fortune attached to the future, so I don't think you're stuck in your current money situation, which is one of needing to budget a lot. So think outside of your present money challenges or situations, and think about how can you grow it, how can you sustain it, and how can you be happy with what you want to have in the future. As we look at love, let's see what the main message is. Let's give that one more shuffle. Your love message this month is turn your heart on, or turn on your heart light. That's a it's an old Neil Diamond song that makes me laugh. But what this is saying is Your heart really is what ignites everything in your life in relationships, not just relationships, but money. I would say everything is associated to your passion, to your happiness. So when it comes to love, do things that ignite your heart. This can be, we just talked about gardening, it can be learning a language, it can be dance, it can be artistic expression, it can just be hanging out in a group of people that you really like. Your passion will draw more people that are of a similar energy to you. So be happy, the happiness will bring in love. Whether you're in love or seeking love, this truth will resonate with you, okay? Let's now take a look at your destiny card. And this is the other bookend that I spoke about earlier, showing where you're headed. It's one that you can change if you need to. So we have this metamorphosis card. I don't think you want to change this. It's reversed, but what I like about moths and butterflies is they go through that chrysalis stage, that metamorphosis stage, where you are one thing as you go in, you're another thing as you come out of it. This is an air symbol here, and so what it's showing is you need to kind of flow with the change of energy. It also is attached to green, the heart, and so this really speaks to what we were just talking about. I feel like you're at a point now where love is going to come into your life in unexpected ways. So just remain open and allow for this change to happen. And don't be afraid to continue to change. I feel like the last year or so has been about a metamorphosis for you. So what a beautiful card for your destiny. More changes afoot, but it is a little bit delayed. So just, you can't rush this sort of a change. Just allow it to unfold gently. Now let's review everything that we covered today. Hopefully bring more of a focus for everything for you. The channeled information was to pay attention to pacing and not losing your energy or allowing someone to zap your energy, and then also patience, allowing for this change and this possibly this change in fortune to happen slowly. As we look at your catalyst card, it's about a slow announcement or a slow change happening. We saw this earlier, maybe you coming out and announcing something or something new coming into your life, but it's around the middle of the month, so you have to be patient. As we look at all of the cards, one thing at the center here is just to watch communication, to remember you're in control of that. I see fertility and opportunity coming. It's a 3-month time span for you. The money should shift around that time as well. 10 of Wands showing an impatience and a desire to either travel or move on, possibly move, but that timing is going to have to wait until the end of the year. What you can do to allay or to assuage that concern and make yourself feel a little bit better is to do some short trips between now and then. Find someone with whom you share a common interest or way of thinking and talk to them. It's going to help you unravel some of your energy that you've been wound up upon, and it will allow you to really, hopefully, think through an issue that's really important. Don't care so much about what other people are saying. Remember, all that matters is what you think of yourself at the end of the day. There's something that you've been missing that's coming through soon, so stay open to new opportunities. And remember, as I said, if there's a decision that you've been sort of hedging around making, now is the time to face it. We talked about health, about taking care of yourself and being grounded, doing something outside, and also doing something kind for the planet. For wealth, planting a seed of change. It's never too late to make that change. Maybe it's about looking for a higher yield in some of your investments. Maybe it's just about looking for a new way to make money. Whatever it is, you can always change your present and your future. As we look at your love, doing activities that bring you joy will bring joy and love into your life. And your final card is showing a slow but steady metamorphosis. Both moths and butterflies are wonderfully elevated energies. They're showing something that basically changes afoot. So be patient, be open, and I can't wait to see what changes are going to come through for you. So if you'd ever like more of a personalized reading, I do offer those, and I'd be happy to set up a one-on-one with you. There'll be a link in the description area below the video, so you can check rates and availability there. Also, if you would like to stay in touch, there's a lot of ways to do so. Here on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel or opt into notifications with that little bell icon. You can also join my newsletter, and there's a link in the description area for that. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, all in the same handle here, Nicholas Tarot, so feel free to join me on all of those if you'd like. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there's a couple ways to do so. The first is through my website, and that's easy for like one-time donations. I'm also on Patreon now. Again, Nicholas Tarot is the ID, so if you'd like to do an ongoing donation of any sort, that's a great way to do that. Finally, I just want to say thank you, because I really appreciate the love and support you've given to me, to each other, and I'm so happy that all of us are working together to really become more awake, more aware, and to make this a better planet. So keep doing that work on yourself, keep expanding your heart, and I'm looking forward to both the change that's happening and the shift, hopefully, in prosperity. Looks like it's a 3-month shift, so be patient and allow it to unfold and be open to new opportunities. Wishing you much abundance, much love, and all of this change to unfold. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.